In this video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how Madden Pro DEZ just took home 250,000, yes, $250,000 in the last MCS tournament of the year. I mean, bro, I was watching this like, man, this guy has some extremely good defense, bro. Like, everybody can play dollar, but nobody can play dollar like DEZ, and I mean literally nobody. I mean, he got so many key stops. It was literally crazy to see, man. Shout out to DEZ for locking in that money. And right here in this video, I'm about to show y'all boys exactly how he did it. Alright, so starting this video off, we are going to be in the 46 defense. That was the defense that DEZ was most definitely in. And we are going to be looking at a dollar formation defense. Of course, we're going to be rolling $3-2. $3-2 is the main defense that everybody runs at a dollar. And of course, always before you pick your play, you want to make your adjustments. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you get all the people that you want playing safety back here. Like right here, I got these two safeties back here. Now this is rigged, so they're very low overall. I didn't do this in MUT. I'm doing this tutorial in rigs. For whatever reason, I can't never get both of my controllers to work in rigs, and I like to do two controllers for my tutorials. So up top, I got these two mid safeties. I got all my corners on the outside, and in the middle right here are pretty much the two most important spots. Of course, you want to have like one of your best safeties at linebacker, at sub linebacker in the middle, which I got Derwin James right here. On the other side of me, I got Kenneth Murray in the box, and he's a pretty good linebacker. I think he's like an 89 speed linebacker, and he's pretty tall. He's pretty good. And the two plays out of dollar we're going to be looking at the most are going to be DB Fire 2, and also we're going to be looking at Spinner. Now we're actually going to be looking at DB Fire 2 the most. I know Spinner is the meta. The DEZ ran DB Fire 2 a lot, and I made a tutorial on DEZ before, and I broke down his DB Fire 2, and it's pretty much going to be somewhat like that, but just a little bit more advanced because this tournament he ran things a little bit differently. I almost forgot, before you call your play, we're going to make sure we put our auto flip on off, and we're going to put our auto alignment on base. Base is the best look if you're going against a pass heavy set on offense, and most of the time you play against good comp, you're going to have to stay in base because that's the best look for if you're going to go against a pass type of defense. I'm not going to touch the zone drops because I'm not 100% sure what his zone drops were. I cannot give y'all that because I don't want to give y'all nothing false, and I can't provide the zone drops. Like, I don't, because they don't show it. I don't know what his zone drops are on, so we just going to run on default right now. So we're going to call it DB Fire 2, and we're going to go against a tight offset look because tight offset is the #1 offense in the game. It's literally the #1 meta in the game right now, and we're going to go against PA slot cross. Alright, so this is the base look that you're going to be looking at when you come out in DB Fire 2. This is the stock look. This is how it looks. And when I tell you that those two nickelback corners that are blitzing off the edge, those are the most important part of this defense. I cannot stress enough. Those are the most important part of this defense. And I just want to say, once you start running this defense, like I myself run this defense a lot. This is pretty much the best defense I have. Once you get the hang of it, and once you start playing this, you're going to be adjusting in this with ease. Like, I promise you. Like, I adjust extremely fast with this defense, and it's amazing to me. It's the best defense in the game in my opinion, for sure. So enough talking, we're gonna get straight into it. One thing DEZ did a lot, this is the #1 thing he did on defense, and when I say his defense won him the entire tournament, I cannot stress this was his #1 look right here. What I'm about to show y'all, this is what I seen the most, literally. See how we in a base cover 2? It's a base cover 2. It's all you see is cover 2. We gonna do on the left side is we gonna take that cover 2 on that side, and we gonna audible it. And this is how it's going to look. Now you see it is a cover 3. I took that inside linebacker, put him on a curl flat. I took that left side corner, put him on a deep zone, and I took that top left safety and put him on an inside third. And an inside third is what you need to run a cover 3. So you see it's a cover 3 on the left side of the field, and it's also a cover 2 on the right side of the field. That look right there is extremely dynamic. And when I say those two corners on the left and the right side are extremely dynamic, because you can pretty much do whatever you want with them. If you send the heat is going to get there extremely fast. A lot of times DEZ would do things like this. He may drop one of them into a vert hook. 9 times out of 10, most of the time, 10 times out of 10, only against Kiev he didn't really send that much heat. 95% of the time he was sending at least one of those nickelback corners because that heat screams off the edge like crazy, like crazy. Just once you have the time, me personally, if you watch my videos, y'all see me do this a lot. I always have the time because I adjust fast. You like to move those safeties up in the box because you want to have a pretty much harder look. You don't want to have a soft coverage because when you play soft coverage and you send a heat like that, it makes it easier to hit the seams and hit the spaces in your zones, and you want to make sure that those safeties are really close within like a 10-yard radius. You don't want the zone to be looking soft because he's going to have to make a quick read out of this because the heat is going to be coming. A play like PA slot cross, this is perfect to run it against. Like, this is a bag against like the #1 play in the game, literally. We pretty much gonna get there within 2 seconds. Like, we gonna get there extremely fast. We're like that time we didn't get there extremely fast because that corner he ran into his own defense alignment. But I'm gonna show y'all how it look if we set it up real fast. Like right here, we're gonna set this up real quick. Boom, boom, move him up some, and we're gonna leave it just like that. That literally took me 3 seconds. That took me 3 seconds. So we're gonna leave it just like this. I want to send extra heat, so I'm sending 5, and I'm also gonna kind of play in this box a little bit to mess up the offense alignment adjustments. We're gonna call it, and this is exactly how it should look. This real quick. Now understand that this is not much, so the defense awareness is really bad, and they're just gonna do dumb stuff. Like look at the left outside linebacker. Like this idiot runs into the box instead of playing a curl flat. That's the type of stuff that only happens in regs. So you see X is wide open, but it's only because Kenneth Murray is a retard on this game, a 74 overall. Oh, look at the pressure right there. The pressure is there so fast. Now my user, I'm kind of playing around with my user. I'm not playing the user like I would in the actual game because I'm too busy focused on the offensive line. I want to show y'all how the blitz can get through. Also, like I said, I don't know when his zone drops were on, so you know the zone drops are pretty much situational. You know, sometimes you may play 10 yards, sometimes you may play 15 yards, you may play 25 yards. It depends on how good your opponent is, and depends on how his offense is, honestly. Now I'm gonna show y'all kind of the same look, but I'm gonna show y'all how y'all can like be creative with it and do something different like he would with his nickelback corners. So like right here, I'm gonna set up the same exact defense, drop the safety, put him in the inside third, put that outside third out there, and then put this other safety down, and that took me literally 3 to 5 seconds. This time I'm gonna take that right side nickelback corner and I'm gonna drop him into a vert hook. Thing Dez would do if he saw you doing a post corner, he would drop this one into a deep zone too, and drop this nickelback corner into a hard flat or a curl flat, and that pretty much is the same exact defense. You just playing for a deep corner route. So that's why I'm like, you know, you can be creative with this guy. If I was playing against somebody that was doing PA slide cross, or if he was, because that if you play a cover 2, that route that Gabe Davis is running is literally a cover 2 beater. But this right here, I'm gonna show y'all exactly how he would do it, and we're gonna call it just like this. And you see we're going to get some great pressure with that nickelback corner. He's going to create some extra pressure. You saw how Gabe Davis was kind of opening that cover too. So you would kind of adjust for the player that you're playing against. You know, just do different things and just be creative with it, bro. I can't stress enough how much this defense literally won him the entire tournament. Now, coming over here, I want to show y'all some in-game footage of exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, I can't break this down perfectly without showing y'all in-game footage of exactly what I'm talking about. So coming over here, this is Dez against Henry. Here Dez, watch the defense he plays. He's in the base dollar, and the exact same defense I just showed y'all. And look at the left side of the field. Y'all see that left side is a cover 3. You see that left side corner dropping back into a deep zone, that inside linebacker dropping to a curl flat, and look at the top left safety dropping into an inside third, completing the cover 3. Then on the right side, as you can see, it's a cover 2 look because that right side safety is playing a cloud flat. You see he's still under the sticks, and you see that right side nickelback corner, he actually dropped him into a vert hook, which is pretty much what you would have in any cover 2, and the top right safety is playing a deep zone outside the number, so that clearly shows a cover 2. And just look at how it was ran. It was ran perfectly, bro. Only sent for the nickelback corner when it got Tom Brady, so he resulted into a sack in the 2nd and 10. In the very next play, he's going to run the exact same defense. It's going to be a cover 3 on the left side of the field. It's going to be a cover 2, but that right side nickelback corner is going to blitz. And that's what I mean by you have to mix in different things. You see Henry is rushing, and you see right here, same result. Gets to the quarterback before he can even throw the ball, and that's an excellent example right there. Now coming back, I want to show y'all some more creative ways y'all can run this defense, and it's not my defense, it's Dez's defense. So I want to show y'all some more creative ways that he ran this defense. Like I just showed y'all the cover 2 set and the cover 3 look on the field at the same time. He will also do things where he would put a cover 3 on that side, like I'm about to do right now. I'm gonna put the cover 3 out there, but he will also mix things up and then show man coverage on one side and then show cover 3 on another side. So sometimes it may look like this, and then he would be clicked on to the left side linebacker that's playing the curl flat to complete the cover 3 on that side of the field, and he would kind of use that himself. And this is how it looked. This is literally how it looked. I know it looked weird, but bro, I'm telling you, it's really different. It's really different. Now, like I said, you can play with that nickelback corner on the left side. You know, you can drop into a curl flat if you want to. Let's say your opponent is an extremely good passer and you don't want to keep sending that consistent heat. It's situational, bro. You don't have to do it. It's very situational, bro. You're not gonna play every opponent the same way. Y'all see I'm leaving that corner on that cloud flat that was in that cover 2 because it's good to just have a cloud flat out there. You know, he might run a corner around, he might play it. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have that out there. But this time we're gonna be going against a play like drive corner. You know, that's a play that people run a lot. Also out of tight, a very common play that people ran a lot in the tournament. And I'm gonna show y'all how it looks. So I'm in my cover 3, you know, basically patrolling the field, and look how fast we scream. Look how fast we scream, bro. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, really. Like I said, once you get it down, it's gonna be easy money. I'm gonna take this safety right here, put him in the inside, that other corner on that deep zone. Take this guy, man him up. Take the inside guy, man him up as well. And this is how it's going to look, because I don't got to put the curl flat out there because I know that's my assignment. The left side is going to be my assignment. The right side I'm not worried about because the pressure is going to be there before those left side wide receivers can make it to the other side of the field. And if they don't go to the left side in my assignment, then I'm simply just going to follow them. If there's nothing for me to follow on the left side of the field, I'm simply going to follow wherever the open zone is. He's going to have to make a decision quick. This time we're going to call it against PA slot cross again. And this is how it's going to look, man. This is really how it's gonna look. Excellent D. You gotta hurry up and make that decision, bro. You gotta hurry up and make that decision. That's the thing I'm saying. You have to hurry up. Like I said, those nickel corners are the key. You can do anything with them. Let's say if I want to put them out there and then the cover 3 is complete. I don't want to send 5. You know what I'm saying? I want it to look like this. I just want to send 4. We're going against drive corner, and I'm gonna show y'all. You can do exactly that. It's like, look at that. The whole field is boxed, literally, bro. Everything was boxed right there, bro. And that's drive corner. A very common play that everybody likes to run.
I'm showing y'all another in-game example. Like, just pay attention to the coverage that he's going to be in. Right here, it's a 3rd and 10 against Henry, and just watch how this plays out. Look at the left side of the field. As soon as it snaps the ball, you see it's a cover 3, but it's a very aggressive cover 3 because he's clicked onto that left side inside linebacker, and he's playing the curl flat area himself. But that pressure is getting to Henry so hard that he has to hurry up and make a quick decision, and you see he fires a quick interception, and that's a rare mistake you see from a player as good as Henry, bro. Like, you see the left side of the field is completely open. He has triangle wide open, but it is so hard to make a decision like that when you have somebody showing you a screaming type of defense, bro. And it's like so inconsistent, you can't guess what he's gonna do. That's why I say you have to mix in different things and pay attention to your opponent. And it's gonna be a box, bro. Like, this is perfect defense right here. You see it's a man coverage on the right side of the field. Everything is manned up. Left side is wide open because it's a zone. Easy money interception. That's beautiful defense right there.
Now the last look I'm gonna show y'all is gonna be Spinner. Spinner, he really didn't run that much, but it's definitely something good to mix into your defense. I mean, he ran it a lot, but he didn't run it that much. Like, for instance, right here, we're going against a drive corner concept. The biggest killer against a man coverage stock look is always going to be a corner route. A corner route is always going to be the killer. The way you stop a corner route, you drop one of your corners into a little deep zone like this. That's pretty much the meta on how you stop those deep corner routes. But you don't want to leave Isaiah McKenzie, the left side corner, you know, unmanned. So he would take this inside guy who really doesn't mean much in this blitz. You always want to kind of do something with him. You drop him into a curl, or, you know, drop him into a hook curl. Most of the times he would just man him up himself, so it would look just like this. Everybody's manned up. Of course, when you run a spinner, you know, you always going to be responsible for the running back. That's always your assignment. But what he would be doing most of the time is he would always make sure he has a deep zone on one side, pretty much guessing which side of the field may be the corner route. And like I said, these two nickelback corners, you don't always have to blitz both of them. You always want to blitz at least one. But if you feel like he may do like a bench route, you can drop him into a curl flat or put him in a hard flat to play anything underneath, you know what I mean? And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be kind of watching the running back. And if I feel like I see a post coming to the right side of the field, Dez will most of the time just run over and use it himself and be responsible himself. Because like I said, the blitz, you're only going to have at least like 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball. And 5 seconds is the most, which 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get 5 seconds in spinner. Like I said, we're going against drive corner and we're going to call it. And this is how it's going to look. And I see the running back is going out there, and we're going to run out there. And he's going to have to make that decision quick. It's going to be 2 seconds to make that decision. And this is not a play that you want to run over and over and over. So like I said, this is the stuff that you want to mix into the other defenses that I showed you. This time we're actually going to block the running back, because if somebody peeps that you're running spinner and they have threat detector, you know, threat detector tells you who's blitzing and who's not blitzing. Once they see the blitz, they're usually going to block the running back. I'm going to just show y'all again how it look. This is how it's going to look. You're not going to have that much time. Boom. Easy money. Easy money. I mean, this defense is money. Like, it's just, y'all see why he just took home so much, bro. He just took home $250,000. And I cannot stress enough, some of this stuff is situational, and be creative with it, bro. You don't have to run it exactly how I'm telling you to run it. You really can't. It's very situational depending on your opponent. Let's say your opponent keeps doing slants to the middle of the field. Drop this guy into a hook curl, hit the outside nickel back into a curl flat. Maybe you scared of a corner route, so you just want to drop this guy back into a deep zone. And I actually show y'all kind of a double slant look. And I mean, like I said, just be creative with it, man. You still gonna get hella pressure. You, like right there, he would have had X because I'm watching the D-line. It's a tutorial video, so I'm not like locked in watching the wide receiver. But that was hella pressure, bro. You get so much time. It's really just key. Once you get used to it, you're gonna make hella adjustments. and it's gonna be great, bro. Like, it's gonna do you so much justice, bro.
Now just showing y'all another in-game example. This is DEZ against Kiv. Look at the left side of the field. You see it's completely loaded and it's a tight offset type of look. So everything loaded on that side. Pretty much guessed that the deep corner route was going to be coming to the left side of the field. He put that deep zone out there. And when somebody's running man, like I said, the biggest thing you want to do is put a deep corner out there. He guessed that perfectly, sent the spinner. It didn't get there, but he still boxed up everything because he made the perfect defense. Like, he guessed exactly where it was going to come. It wasn't a hard guess because, like I said, the left side was flooded, but that was perfect defense to play right there. Instead of playing, you know, like a base spinner where you don't have any type of zone out there, you're just playing a man coverage and you know somebody's going to get beat. Over here in this next clip, it's the exact same thing. Look at the right side of the field. It's the exact same play. He plays the exact same defense, has a deep zone out there, sends the spinner. This time the spinner gets through and it forces a quick read, which ended up being a deep zone KO knockout. Like, that's excellent defense, bro. The spinner came through perfectly this time. And right there, boom, you fire in a quick read, deep zone KO, knockout. And this look right here, this was against Henry, literally the exact same thing, except for the left side of the field. He was supposed to be manned up on triangle, and he just decided he was going to take care of that himself. You see, he usering it himself. That was the only thing open, but that blitz is coming so hard. He has like 1 second to make a decision, and I believe he wanted to go to the right side of the field. If you look over on the right side, he dropped that deep zone. Like I said, you want to try to predict which side that deep corner route is going to be coming. It came to the right side. That was his read, and he was going to fire a bad read up to Gronkowski, a 50-50 jump ball. But either way, he wasn't even able to get the ball back, and he ended up taking a sack. Excellent defense again.
So, hey man, I cannot stress enough, if you have any comments or any type of any questions, please feel free to comment. I'll always respond when people have questions that they really have about the defense. I'm also showing y'all in-game examples, so y'all cannot say I'm just pulling this stuff out of my ass. It's great defense. Hop into a game and go get you some wins.